Hey folks, welcome back. We are still in the ancient era. We're on turn 38, and we have a pretty solid start, if I'm being honest. We managed to poach Mycenae really early with the enemy being out of position and basically ended the war instantly. So, 3 cities on turn 38, pretty good spot to be in, I would say. And we're looking at going up to the next era already. And you may remember in the last episode, I was thinking about getting the embassy here done in, a couple turns so that I could get my last, my last builder star. What I forgot about was just purchasing harbors, which I actually did at the end of the last episode. And that was enough to get me my 3 stars. So I no longer need to get that. So now I need to assess whether it's worth it to stick around for a few more turns. If I would like to get my total of my 3 aesthete stars, it's pretty unlikely I'm going to get these other 2. Not getting militarist stars is very unusual for me, but that's how it goes sometimes. So I would need like another 500 roughly here. So it's about another 5 turns that I have to stick it out in Ancients. And I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I think the main reason I would is that I want to get some more of the fish traps in like this territory specifically, if I attach here. But I don't know if it's worth waiting or not. I feel like if I'm committing to that, I'm definitely committing to the extra turns for the aesthete stars. I did look at the new culture that's available, the Polynesians. So this one's interesting because now the Norsemen are no longer the earliest that are actually able to cross the ocean effectively. So the Polynesians, they get this intrepid navigators, so you just receive no damage from being lost at sea. And I did look at this a little bit in the last game, or in the last episode, I should say, as well. The +1 vision range on unit not lost at sea, etc. They get their unit that has some extra movement, so they can get across the ocean faster. And the Marae, which has scaling influence and faith output based on the total number that are in your empire, and they're expansionists. Now, the hard part for me about picking the Polynesians is that this Intrepid Navigators it doesn't offer anything once you get into later eras, whereas like some of these other legacy traits are significantly better. So like this +2 city cap, +10 stability on city, right? The satrap's outpost is really good. Like you get the Romans, you get the extra unit army slot. And the Mayans, you get the extra industry per worker, right? So like all of these other cultures have things that continue to give you stuff. The Polynesians are kind of an all-in on getting to another continent and getting set up, which in a lot of games doesn't actually necessarily give you an advantage, which is the hard part about it. You're just relocating the cities you would otherwise have from the continent you start on to a different continent. The one exception is if you have New World turned on, right? Then obviously there's a huge advantage to being the first person in the New World. If you pick the Polynesians, you would just have a continent to yourself for practically half the game, really. In this game, New World is turned off. So it makes the value proposition on this a little bit more difficult to swallow, I think. I am still going to pick them. I just need to decide if I'm going to advance to the next era, which frankly, I do think I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to waste 5 turns of research and then just potentially have the Polynesians be picked anyway, even though it would be better for my fame. All right, let's go ahead and pick them. Here we go. We'll grab the Polynesians, and here we are, turn 39, classical era. Very early classical era for me. Got off to a good tech start this game, I suppose. Wonder. And there's also an independent people down here. And one up here. I should... don't have enough to establish contact. It's okay. Other thing I need to do as well So first, go into tech. I want to go into expeditions as early as possible. So the thing with this culture where I'm going to be looking at other continents where there's no New World, I need to do this as quickly as possible. The longer I wait, the more land is going to be eaten up by other cultures in the game. So I need to establish a foothold on another continent to make use of what's basically the entire point of the Polynesians. The Polynesians would also be interesting on like a 4-continent game or an 8-continent game, right? Or anything in between that where you only have like one or yourself or one other player on the continent, I suppose. There's part of me that wants to finish pyramids before I start working on all these districts. Flood irrigation would be good here too, but let's do pyramids. Yeah, you can stay on research, I suppose. Get that down to 5. So I'm going to do that before I start working on my emblematic district. That emblematic district, it's good, but it's not as good as some of my other options. The other thing I want to consider as well is I'm probably going to want another army. Okay, so I can get diplomatic cooperation, 50% leverage for leverage intel obtained by the other empire. I'm going to go ahead and sign that for now. I'm not going to be in conflict with them for a while. I can always revoke it later. I'm going to refuse that treaty with them because, frankly, they're not long for this world. Okay, you can go here. You'll wait. I don't have this territory yet, but I should grab it quickly. What was that notification? Resource sold. Okay. A few more people going up in era. Get these guys down here. So this will be a nice addition down here. This territory has the Wonder. I'll probably attach it to my territory. That'll give me some extra outputs on there, as well as some stability and a couple other things. So let me refresh my memory on what that is exactly. Okay, so I could get a treaty with these guys here. It might actually be worthwhile. I don't have enough influence, right? So, like by call, food for state religion follower, extra faith. Yeah, actually that could be really good for me because I do have a lot of population, and with the buildings I have, could be quite strong. Okay. So I should be able to embark now. Okay, so those are not... Huh. Okay, I thought they were, what do you call them? I thought they were transports. I was not paying that close of attention. So, these guys that can actually explore effectively have 1 speed. Yeah, I need to think about what I'm going to do with this, because that's going to take too long to explore the ocean with 1 speed. Whoops, did not mean to do that. I will need that +1 city cap, but I'm going to go into hydrology because of my rivers, I think. Though standing army might be needed for the swordsman. Let's go standing army, actually. Just because I don't want to deal with the Mycenaean unit. They just chew warriors up. Okay, have my first tenet, and I have a lot of options. Okay. Surprised this one's converting to this other religion here. Feels like they have a lot of pressure they shouldn't. Because I built this obelisk up here. Is that like providing faith for them somehow, like religious pressure. It's not providing anything. Okay, it's providing it there. Yeah, kind of weird. I'm not sure how they're managing to maintain that much faith. Okay, so let's take a look at the tenets. Sorry, I had to investigate that. I wasn't really sure what's going on, and I'm still not entirely sure. So Resectus bounties is available, so you get the food on coastal water, food on lake, food on religious district. Could be decent this game, given the amount of coastal area that is available. But there's a part of me that wants to say I have sufficient food already, even though that tenet can be quite good, especially if you have multiple harbors, which I don't. Be virtuous as water would be quite strong. Well, would be quite strong. Abstain from intoxicants, of course. The extra industry on forest and woodland is good. Mostly affects me down here and over here. But yeah, I mean, it would have some decent benefits. Shelter the oracles. Extra science on strategic. Extra experience on creating unit. Reduced unit upkeep is fine. Extra war support when winning a battle. When opponent retreats is also fine. I feel like... And of course, reject luxury can be decent as well. A lot of good tier 1 options, honestly. I feel like I'm going to get the most value out of Be Virtuous as water. I just plop this down here. That'll work. Is that entire... No, that's a separate territory over here. Okay. I felt like that seemed big. I think I'm going to get the most value out of Be Virtuous as water, and the main reason for that is it becomes quite expensive to like build garrisons. They're a pretty expensive district to build, and yeah, all districts are really, but the more districts you have baseline, the more all your districts cost. So I prefer sort of stability solutions that don't involve building districts, because it takes time away from the time I want to spend building those districts or building infrastructure or whatever, and increases the cost of future outputs, basically. So it just makes cities more effective to get big by having stability. So I think I'm going to choose that one. It is one of my preferred tenets most of the time, at least when I have plenty of river. It does make sense, though. I'm exploiting a lot of river at the moment. So I'm going to bring this guy back and just like send a scout out for now, I think. I'll need to attach this pretty soon so that I can start building these, or maybe this one here, so I can start building my special units that can go out and explore. Where am I being attacked? I see. That's fine. Retreat from that. We're gonna get a bunch of war score from attacking my units, but I'm not too bothered about it, honestly. Okay. What do you want? Yeah, I'm gonna absolutely demand that. What are they attacking me with? Okay, I can fight this one. Yeah, I don't know why they attacked me there. Okay. And I should have enough to attach here now. Going to do that. Put you on industry, you on money, and you on science. Keep a nice even distribution for now. And I'm going to queue up this guy here right after the pyramids so that I can do some exploration. Okay, interesting. And pearls, yeah, extra money per trader. Yeah, alright. I can work with that. Don't know why I'm getting this at the moment. Okay, I can take religious tolerance, extra faith on territories, and extra grievance. I can't. It's saying I can select it, but I actually can't. I will take it this turn. I apparently got an achievement, which is building wonders over the course of several games. I find it very odd. I didn't have that before. Don't know where that's coming from. Not sure if I want to sign scientific correspondence. So upgrade these guys to swordsmen. And Mikane. Definitely want my iron. And then we can start working on these. And these I want to be as far away from anywhere I might possibly be building districts as possible. Put that one there. And we'll put that one. There will definitely be a district put there at some point in the future. There's really nowhere I can put it up there. So it'd be like right here I need to put it. This territory is not great for this. Does it count next? Yeah, it does. It's such a big penalty for being next to another district. I suppose right there. Then up here, grab a maker's quarter up in this direction, maybe. Get onto this woodlands, and then also I need lumber yard as well. I still need the food too. Move you onto industry. I'm gonna refuse the scientific correspondence. I think I'm ahead of them in tech. So next up, hydrology is going to be very good. And we'll go into philosophy, largely for the city cap. And let's start adding these into the queue. Yeah, I think down here probably. Oh, definitely over here. Probably down here. Actually, no, that'll be adjacent to that salt if I attach. This one's quite difficult to plan. Up there seems like it'll be fine. Yeah, I think down there. Right, I only have 3 at the moment. Okay. Yeah, and it's gonna. I'm just gonna refuse those demands. Okay. I would like to get an envoy at some point as well. Just see if I can sneak that into my build here. Just so I can start picking up leverage. Let's buy out that stoneworks. Let's grab an envoy quickly. I also have this that I can buy. Probably not worth moving that. Grab those. That doesn't actually. Yeah, I don't need that. I'll have to kind of go around a little bit. Okay, go for overproductive or patriotic. Let's go for overproductive. I can't remember what the next event is, but 17 extra production this early in the game is quite good. Then let's think about where I'm putting these. Put one out there. Actually, now let's put one out here. No, No, actually, up here makes more sense. This, like, say I get something that has horse adjacency, or I want to take advantage of this forest down here. That's a better option. Then up here, I think, seems like the obvious choice. And then probably out here. Okay. Long production queue in this city. Quite a bit of industry here, actually. Let's kind of move those around a bit. Get better value for my industry there. Yeah, just resolve that. The endless chasing does get annoying after a while. Okay. So I got my unit here. Send you out to explore. And who have I found? The Babylonians. Let's introduce. This will open up some trade opportunities for me. I'm going to just put him on auto explore. Wish this demilitarized thing would go away. I'd like to position units right in there, but I don't want to give them free stuff. Does it tell me how much longer that lasts? It doesn't seem like it does. All right, so let's take a look at wonders, because I could claim another one. So Lighthouse has already been claimed, which is kind of unfortunate. It would have been a decent one for me. Pyramid of the Sun could be interesting. I do like Colosseum with the extra stability it provides. Sorry, not stability. I got completely blanked there as I was like reading the events. The extra, the reduction on war weariness is quite good. It also spawns some militia units when you gain war support. I forget what the Blood and Games event does. I feel like you get a few different options for some stuff. Colossus, I'm hardly ever on the defensive. Statue of Zeus, the money per alliance is fine. Mausoleum would be okay. Yeah, Lighthouse is really the one that I wanted. Let me think about what I'm doing with the rest of my turn quickly. So I think I'm going to take one of those wonders. Probably pick up Rhetoric, just for the theater and library primarily. And maybe go into craftsmanship, potentially. And up here... Okay. Okay, or I can just move through them. Alright. Move you down there. Part of me that just wants to say fuck it and move up that way, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, also, I forgot I need religious tolerance here, so religious hostility. I should also have enacted this one already, because that's going to reduce the cost of religious districts, which includes the Marae, which I am currently working on building a bunch of. So we'll grab that really quickly. It will tilt my axis towards individualism, which gives the money rather than production, but I'm okay with that for now. Maybe we can get vision of anything up here. Yeah, poach resources is a new thing. Did they somehow just get like a little island already? Yeah, I suppose they are the Babylonians. So they would have the ability to embark an era early. Let's demand those. I'm going to renounce that one for now. Not worried about gaining war support against the they're still Sumerians, right? Oh, interesting. They They're prestiging. Yeah, you want to call it that, right? I didn't claim a wonder. I do feel like the mausoleum probably makes the most sense for me. Just because I'm not going to be investing much in science at the moment. The other option, again, is Pyramid of the Sun. It's only effective on one territory, though. Which, I mean, in like one of my territories over here would still be quite effective, really. But also kind of let me connect my city to some of my other districts. Yeah, I'm going to go for Mausoleum. I think because I'm not really going to be investing much in science for a little while still. I kind of want to delay it a bit if I can. So we'll pick up Mausoleum and go from there. Okay. And I have an offer for scientific correspondence, so I'm going to refuse again. And already coming up on, what am I at, 26.5 minutes now, roughly. Time really flies here. I'm not used to like these shorter recording sessions. I'll have to get used to it, I suppose. Okay, what am I looking at here? They have max war support, so I'd have to do a surprise war, which is not my preference. For the Goths now. They do have the horses there. Potentially a problem. The Gothic cavalry are very strong. I don't think they're going to quite have the tech or anything to get there yet. But I'd prefer to, not take that risk if I can. I don't want a surprise war. Because they do have this city like way over here that I won't be able to get to. So it's kind of going to be a matter of taking this city and then waiting it out. And if I have a surprise war, I'm going to have a ticking time bomb, basically, in terms of how quickly I have to win it, because my war score will degrade over time. Okay. I have a territory I can get there. Let's see. I think this one, the effect sucks, but I don't want to lose. Yeah, I don't want to lose 1,000 gold and move down on the Liberty axis. So I think that the other narrative events is negative if you get it. But I don't think it's as negative for me as the other option. Wish I knew what that the follow-on event to that was. It's kind of like it's kind of a risk assessment in a way, right? Like, not only is the effect potentially less severe, but there's also no guarantee that you're going to get it. So you have to adjust for the probability that you're actually going to trigger that event. And I don't have like perfect knowledge, but I can kind of estimate it. You absolutely want plus 46 production. It's very good value on that. Let's see. Do probably want the library. We'll definitely want artificial reservoirs. I think the watermill should cover our industry needs, at least for a little bit. And maybe we start thinking about the mausoleum here. We'll do 4 food there, which is not that big of a deal. I would like to connect this up, just in case I need to defend the city at some point, so I have some walls. And so I have more sort of points to expand from. Not a very efficient place to put it, though. Rivers do get a lot of yields later in the game, so I'm kind of hesitant to put it there. I'll put it like right here. Not going to prioritize that, though. Watermill first, obviously. And let's take some people off food here. I'm already pretty filled up on my specialist slots. It's one of the disadvantages to this Marae, perhaps. Which, I want to take a look at one. Here we go. Each one's getting 12 influence and 10 faith. I mean, it's not amazing. It's fine. Really relies on you to have a pretty big empire to get a lot of value out of it. Aha! You have a wonder there, which is a natural wonder, which is quite interesting, actually, given my legacy trait from my previous culture. How am I doing here? A little war support still ticking. Gonna take a little while before I can declare a formal war. 23 industry there, looks good. 15 industry for 240, or 18 industry for 400. Forge work's definitely more efficient in terms of its production costs here. Should probably attach this. I think I'm going to do that. Then we can get another Marae kind of up there. I'm going to go ahead and buy the stoneworks. Actually, I've not been purchasing much this game, but I would like to accelerate the growth on the city a little bit. This one has pretty decent potential, I would say. I also think that, let's see, yeah, kind of based on the current situation here, it would be really nice to get a Maker's Quarter in there. I think I'm going to give up a little bit of food on this spot here so I can get Maker's Quarter into that spot in there to exploit all those mountains. I'm going to go ahead and establish contact here as well. Pay a little bit of influence every turn, a little bit of money to start getting my stuff up here. It'd be really nice to get my hands on that marble. Let's see. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know why the camera does that sometimes. Interrupted. What is interrupting it exactly? Ah, this is interrupting it. Okay. Let's see. Don't really need an outpost in there at the moment. Gonna have you wait. Okay. So still building up my war score. And it just declined for some reason. Yeah, placate. Fine. Suppose I should be used to the placate spam at this point. Yeah, I'm going to sign diplomatic cooperation. I'm like not getting any leverage at the moment. So anything that I can get from other players is worthwhile. Okay, probably go into Imperial Power now. I do really want to just declare war. I don't want to wait until they've built up even more units. Not my favorite thing to surprise war in this situation. Oh, hello. Bordering someone here. One thing I underestimated about this culture's emblematic unit is the amount of pickups you can kind of get on the sea, number of curiosities, it can be quite good, I think, in generating outputs. But we are at 35 minutes, so I think I'm going to end the turn and see if get any sort of major events here. And if not, we'll cut the episode here and pick this up in the classical era in the next one. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Where we will maybe round out the Polynesians. Depends on how long it takes to get up to medieval. So thanks for tuning in. See you then.